Welcome to Meanwhile in Turkey, Turkey's only privately funded English-speaking news show. Before we start, I would like to thank you for your support. Thank you for watching the videos. Thank you for sharing them. Thank you for commenting on them. But I'm going to ask you for one more favor. You see, I want to grow the show. I want to hire English-speaking reporters. I want to create more content in English. I want to reach a greater audience. In order for me to do that, I would like it if you could support our show by clicking on the link below or going to Patreon and search for Meanwhile in Turkey. Any kind of support will be much appreciated. CNN Türk has a rising star. Her name is Fulya Öztürk. She is literally everywhere. You can see her in the middle of a storm.
Az olduğunu hissedilen sıcaklığın çok daha düşük olduğunu söyleyelim.
You could see her in the market, asking, market goers for prices.
Beylikdüzü'ne, Beylik pazarına geldik.
CNN Türk literally sends her everywhere. About a week ago, Azerbaijan and Armenia started fighting over the disputed territory of Nagorno-Karabakh. I'm not going to go over the details of the reasons. It just happened. Just take my word for it, and it's happening right now. A couple of nights ago, Armenian forces bombed the town of Gence. And guess who was there? In this video, she explains in the rawest terms I've ever heard from a reporter how Azerbaijani forces recovered the body of a dead girl.
Küçücük, kan içindeydi, eli elime değdi. O kadar kötüydü ki.
The reason why I wanted to bring this video specifically is because I've never seen a reporter be so real in front of the camera. Her reaction, her composure is something that I believe that every reporter should study and learn from. The real story is not actually her. The real story is this is what happens when nationalism takes over your thought process. This is what happens when people thousands of kilometers away decide that violence is the way to go rather than diplomacy. The real story is that in every single conflict, civilians are always the ones that pay the ultimate price. And for that, I want to thank Fulya. Thank you, Fulya. Great job. Stay safe. Every city has a governor. Governors are appointed by whomever is in charge. Mayors, on the other hand, are elected democratically. The governor of Denizli has been in the news for the last couple of days. First, because of his interaction with a döner vendor. Let's watch the video.
Eldivensiz çalışmak, bak şu şekilde patronunuz nerede? Ekip hiç çağır.
You see, the döner guy doesn't even have a clue who this guy is. Even though the governor pulls down his face mask to show who he is, still draws a blank. The governor warns the guy that he should be wearing gloves while cutting the döner, but to no avail. So the governor gets annoyed. He then decides to close the place down due to health reasons. Okay. He then goes and meets this guy. He warns the store owner that he's not wearing a mask, whereupon the store owner turns around and says, "Why should I? I want to die. I invested so much money in my business and nobody's buying." Now, you gotta give credit to the governor. He did apologize, like the day after, saying that he was sorry about the language he used and the interaction he had, which is, by the way, an apology from a government employee is unheard of in this country. So for that, we must applaud him. But I think that the main conversation here is not what the governor said or did. It's basically the struggle that these small businesses are going through. Both of these businesses are fighting tooth and nail to stay alive. And then here comes the governor, literally like an outsider, and talks about wearing masks and gloves. This has become a typical interaction between the governor and the governee. One does not understand why they don't protect themselves from COVID, by wearing masks and gloves. The other doesn't understand how he's still alive. We have a new segment this week and it's called Have You Met? We would like to introduce you to Serdar Ortaç. He's a Turkish singer, songwriter, and composer, but most important of all, he's known for massacring one of the most famous anthems in the world. Please watch.
Teacher lived the kids alone. Hey, teacher, leave the kids alone.
I'm sorry for that. Serdar has been in the industry since 1994. He's also known for throwing a fork at Ahmet Kaya, a prominent Kurdish poet and singer. He spoke out during an award show saying that one day he was going to publish a song in Kurdish. This was back in 1997. Serdar apologized numerously over the years for this incident, but to no avail. He's been known to gamble away his money in casinos in Cyprus. He went ahead and married Irish model Chloe Lohan in 2014. Yeah, that's right, that happened. He married her. But they divorced in 2019. Serdar Ortaç still keeps on pumping out hits. His latest interview, when asked if he would go to Azerbaijan to fight, he said, yes, but Azerbaijan is fighting with its own soldiers. They don't need me. Serdar, stay home, stay safe. Hazal Tektaş, 19 years old, was shot and killed by Mehmet Ali Atış, 18 years old. Apparently, he was madly in love with her. When she said no to his marriage proposal, he shot her and then shot himself. Another statistic in the violence against women. Another life erased by a boy who thought that he was a man and he had the right to take what he wanted. Anyway, this has been Meanwhile in Turkey. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, and also please don't forget to go to my Patreon page. You know, any kind of help would be really, really appreciated. Thank you very much and see you next time.